2017 was the year that I started to doing the Kevin Nova MST channel at the main channel. The important was that in 2017 it was consuming a lot of the internet that was calling memes, shit posting, and most importantly in the very specific word that no one actually talks about it to this day was vaporwave. Vaporwave was using for many of the people from the internet, more specifically like YouTubers such as like Pyro Cynical when he was trying to doing some drama content, Leafy doing exactly the same thing, which they copy each other, but that's besides the point. More specifically, Pyro copied Leafy, but that's okay. How the music was feeling like when using the vaporwave music, such as those kind of music that I would be really trying to show you to listen to, if you remember. Containing a lot of like memes of the vaporwave, and of course was containing a lot of video games back in the day. And some of the video games I think was specifically focusing more of the shooter games. But what about racing games? Yeah, vaporwave in the racing games was a really big deal. Like for example, most of the cars was actually using from the 90s, such as probably like the Ferrari from the Vice City. Even the 86 was actually kind of, we're saying it was kind of contained some sort of a vaporwave with a really different color. Today I would really want to talk about from a one single video game that it was really wishlist in my Steam account, and I've been waiting to usually being released since 2017, the actually year that I actually starting to doing my YouTube channel Kevin Nova MST. And to be honest with you, it had happening to be released like 2 years ago, but even today I actually starting to play in this game. And oh boy, this is so terrible, because I thought, I really think it was going to be a very great game until they releasing the game, which I really need to talk about it. And you might be very disappointed. Drift Stage is a game that it's about like everything to vaporwave, drifting, cars, and the vibing of the Vice City, something like this. And this game was going to be in very trustable way, like very promising way from all the reviewing and dev vlog that they really made it. When I seen those like demo versions of this game, and surprisingly you can even try to playing to this day those demo versions on the Drift Stage on their own website. And be honest with you, playing on those on the demo then to playing this on the early access game that you can buy on the Steam, it's really so much different between those demo and the full game. Not specifically for a game, the early access one. But to be very short and be very easy, because I didn't kind of trying the demo build. I remember I tried the demo on 2000 probably 18 or 2019, and it was so promising, but I really forget a lot of stuff with these demo versions. And I really wanted to showing you my reactions on the full version or early access version on Drift Stage, because it's really disappointing. We already see that the game has the early access, and they're saying that we should be patient to not usually heard about some like broken or glitching game, because it's still in the progress, which they really appreciate us for the patience that we actually got in supporting the game, because the game has a lot of problems that I thought that they could be a little bit better, because when they being released in this game from 2023, they didn't kind of change absolutely nothing, which it's bad. And I was showing you some gameplay. Be honest, I didn't even checking the sound settings if this was going kind of have the problem, or maybe because I were actually playing on the laptop. But more specifically is that as like the first impression with this kind of weirdly engine sound doesn't really feel right to being this a big problem. This should really need to be fixed very fast from a gameplay like this, even you're releasing the early access on Steam, which makes me feel really disappointing at very fast beginning, which I gotta say this is not really good because of the sounding. The only thing that I changing on the settings is of course the resolution, because when I started to usually playing for the first time, it was seeing a little bit much more low quality and a lot like cyberpunking or pixelating or vaporwaving way. I found that how this game was, but if you can go like full HD, you can usually see very clearly by changing the settings, but I thought that's not gonna happen. That was the two biggest problems that I have. Well, the settings on the video graphics and resolution, it will be fixed, so I will eliminate the first problem. But the second problem about the sound, maybe I was mistakable, maybe I was too much rushing the fact that I didn't kind of change the sound to see if it is worth it, but it was so annoying me, and I kind of really was not really appreciative for what exactly happened. That was the only first technician problem or broken problem about this game. But other than that, there is some other things that I don't like it a lot in this game, and this is very short because I played this for only 20 minutes. I didn't even play it for at least 1 or 2 hours because I really was scared to usually let this game to be on my Steam library. This was really mistakable to usually paying €9 and 40 cents, which by the way, they never make a sale in this game. They never make any sales when they was releasing, or when it was like summer sale or winter sale or autumn sale or even like spring sale. They never putting in the sale in their own life, which those price is never being at least not worth it to buying this for playing this game yet. And I would say yet because maybe it will be a promising about this game in the future, but I don't think this going to be happened in the future, or maybe early. I really do love the vibing of this gameplay, I'll be honest. Like, I really see even the demo version or the work in progress gameplay of those developer team, and I kind of saying this is really very worth it to usually watch it. Every time when I see them, I feel like a very back in like 2017 or 2015 to see how really good this game was. And this game has been working for almost 10 years in my whole opinion, but everything than that, this is having a huge problem because they not really specifically see any of like racing or players or even how is this game about. What you're doing in this game from now on is that starting the game here warning you that it's early access, so you must understand that there's going to be some glitching and broken stuff. There is a bunch of like cars that it looks so cool, the design, what they made it, and everything has became to be really cool because you can usually change the painting of the car, and of course making some livery of the car, which we talked about this later. And of course the only thing you can see is just only 3 tracks or maybe 4. I might be thinking it was 3, and every time when you enter a list on one single track, the saying is like a circuit race with only 3 laps. And when you're starting this game, it doesn't even see that you have opponents. You didn't see if you're usually playing with like AI players. You usually just playing alone. That's the big problem about this game. They didn't actually add it to usually racing with them. You're just being alone and you're doing a bunch of many laps. And it's just really wrong that they're saying this circuit have 3 laps. I can do more than 3 laps. I actually did 5 laps, and which there was one single problem about this game is that when I started to doing the first lap, I usually make the first lap, but it didn't count to be the first to second lap, because I have to doing again, and then they confirm that I'm doing the second lap. But I actually make 3 laps, which is really weird and ridiculous for how is the mechanics of lapping and timing works. The only one thing that I kind of being appreciated about this game is that the photo mode, it is good. A little bit broken, but it's really good. Why? Because it feels a really nostalgic of this kind of like vaporwave and the way you can doing some angle, and you can usually go somewhere else, like you have a free camera mode that you can go around all the map whatever you want. And the filters about this game, it's so next gen changing, let's just say it, as a photo mode system, because not only you have the normal filter that you're playing at the gameplay, but you have even the different filter that you can changing, like to be a little bit 8-bit filter, or alt PC filter, or even a manga filter, which I really thought that this is really cool. But I feel like when I see this early access game, the only reason I actually buying this game is just only that I will play the game, choosing a car, changing the paint, or putting some liveries, usually go somewhere else that it's really a good spot, doing a photo mode, and then just taking a picture. That's all about it. It feels exactly the same like how the Need for Speed 2015 works, that you usually play in the game, the gameplay and the story is so shit, but the only one good thing about this game is that the graphics, and of course the way you can doing the photo mode, which the photo mode of that game is not really cool unless you're using some sort of a modes with like cinematic tool, and then it looks really great. That's how I was feel like when I playing the drift stage, that I can usually just playing for taking pictures. That's all about it. Was not more specifically about driving and racing, but only just that playing, choose the car and taking a picture. That's all about it. And I thought like that was it. That was the only €9.40 that I pay. Maybe I should really pay less, because this is not really great, and it's real, because when someone make a game, they will never gonna make it much more expensive because we upgrading this game, which some of the games they do it, but some others they feel a little bit like disrespectful from the the owner or the players who wanted to play the game. The reviewing got a little bit so interesting thought to explain with, because some other really wanted to make a recommendation because they are friends with the developers, and I see one of the reviewers that they say that they usually talking with the developers over the years, because the game is very unfinished state, and they saying they didn't even working from a really long while. And I do remember that they making an update of like when it's gonna be releasing on the Steam, but they warning us the fact that this game is not usually finished yet. But the reason they didn't kind of really releasing early, like some of the people heard that they were supposed to be released in 2018 and 2019. But the reason they didn't kind of releasing because it was even a problem about the copyrighting music. Yes, they're using some sort of a vaporwave music, that some of the music was contain copyright, that some of the artists didn't accept that this music should supposed to be in this game, because they maybe really need to want money to usually pay them, the developers pay the artists to be on the game, which it's so difficult to doing this because it costs a lot of money for putting a music in that game. Some others saying that it was so acceptable to usually put in the music without no costing the money, but the problem is that the artist who make this music is not owned by him, it's owned by the production, and many musicians have this kind of problem. Artists made his music, but to be very popular in this music and to be very listenable, it needs to talking with production to usually saying, hey, can you usually share my music and bring to a lot of people to listen, and they were accepted. But those things cost money, and you have some consequences, because that the music you made it is not going to be your own anymore. And be honest, by the recommended review and non-recommended review, I gotta really saying you should supposed to usually trust the person who really not recommend you to buy the game, and I kind of understand him because. Quite frankly, some of the people are saying that one of the people found this review helpful, and he say that the devs really abandoned this game forever. Midori has some really good facts that the Kickstarter ended very poorly, and they abandoned the dev after the releasing of the Steam. And to see a lot of numbers of the people found this very helpfully, maybe he really saying the truth. To be honest, I will let you to read this review for yourself. It's really sad that some of the review with recommendation and non-recommendation had been posted since 2023, and very little people knows this game when it was releasing, because most of the people really do not really care about this styling of the vaporwaving. Even though the vaporwave was so popular in 2017 and 2015, it doesn't kind of feel to be very popular in this vibe of vaporwave in 2023 when it was released. And this is such a really bad decision when you not really put on the Steam early, even it was an early access, and even it was not in the good way of working, and of course the pricing you put it. Some of the reviewers have been putting in very nonsense way, but some others in a very reasonable way from not recommending this game. Some others re-reviewing in 2015 using even the Steam Deck, by the way. But I see some others really wanted to recommend this game and really supporting with this dev to continuing to done this project. But do you think this is going to be that happened? Because there is another thing that I kind of feel so much disappointed that after many years, like at least 1 year since the release in 2023, in 2024 they usually make an announcement. In 2024 they announced the Steam card on the drift stage, which this is the last post of this big update and the announce. They just only made the Steam cards to usually crafting and getting a badge, and nothing new about it. These people was making Steam cards and not focusing at all about this game. Not at all. It's been nearly 2 years for nothing new about this game anymore. And it's so sad, the fact that I've been waiting this game for 2017, and I really was really happy to get it when it was releasing, and I've been really deciding to buying this game to see what it is about, and literally absolutely nothing. On the website of the drift stage, which it's one of the coolest kind of website I actually seen for a while, they really shows all the downloads of the demo versions of the drift stage. You can get usually the first version of the drift stage, you can get the alpha prototype, which is the first version, and then you can get the alpha expo, and then you get the E3 build, which it's weird they call the E3 because I never heard that the drift stage really publishing on the official E3 trailer. And the final demo version was in 2016, which is called Mineko Demo, which yeah, it's another downloading. But before that, I really wanted to keep scrolling about this website because this website was really kind of get so promising from way that how it looks. He usually talked about the drift stage and the way how this interface on this website works. And in my opinion, they really want to show us a bunch of like screenshots of this game, which I gotta say, I love those screenshots a lot. I think this game, it's one of the games that you just wanted to take a picture and making the vibe of the vaporwave to be a very old style. But from that price, it's not reasonable to usually buy it. It's just so bad, the fact that we buying a bunch of money from only just this future that you taking pictures and that's it. They even showing us some showroom with the cars that it was in the game, but some of the cars is not actually in this game, which I even don't know why this shit happens. The fact that there is not all the cars we seeing on this website, and maybe it's still in develop, or some stuff like this. But some of the cars that are looking really cool that I thought they could be on the game. We even have an SUV, we even have a truck in this game. Not only that, we even have, like, you know, the livery that the developers show us, that we have even the Hachiroku version of this 86 Vaporwave, and of course a Master Energy version. And there is another really cool thing about this game. You can usually subscribe with the workshop to usually add some more vinyl by the creators who create, you know, the livery from the drift stage on the workshop, which is really cool. We even have the M3 GTR from Most Wanted. Even doesn't look like it, but we have a livery about it, so if you wanted to go buy it. They even show us some specifically like a ghost timing, which it doesn't kind of was in the full version, but it was on the actually demo build. Which, why it actually featured in demo build but it's not on the full version. I just really wanted to playing the game, not just taking a picture, because yeah, why should I doing this? Like, I hope, I really, I don't know, I pray for them to usually work in this game, seriously. Like Dev, if you really want to usually, I don't know, make a Patreon or even doing a coffee account, I might be gonna pay you to give you some support if you want to. But I hope it's not gonna be only me, because I really wish it will be by even other people who can support you. I really should say you can supporting this game, but not supporting just getting the game on Steam, but if they really can making a list of Patreon or coffee account, that could be very great to usually support them until you can usually paying the game. It could be good to doing exactly what Night Runners can do it. Like, if you're supporting them on Patreon, they give you a demo version, and you can usually playing that demo version in which with really promising features that he's been working on. And I will be very excited when I see this game will be on the full version. I really being hyped from another game that it is kind of like a driving game, but it's even is like a horror game, which is called Beware. And Beware has been showing the demo in 2018, and as an example of this game, and I will really wish to really appeal, because I might be gonna making a really good video about this game. He made a Patreon, and his Patreon really, it's really promising from all these works that he made, and he's still keeping working in this game. Be honest with you, I'm talking with some people and they say, yeah, he's still keeping to working in this game, and he have a bunch of really good money per month that he really focusing of this game, paying his own bills from the Patreon money, and still keeping working to this game whatsoever. And he's working by one single guy, or I hope he's working by one single guy, who knows. And I do understand that it still took, or it's gonna be took even another 10 years, or it's been past 10 years, but Drift Stage developers, please do a Patreon if you want to support them, and please try to work in this game very fast. Not fast, but still, don't abandon the game. The game, it's promising good. I seen some your videos, and when I see you can playing with the online friends, I thought that this is really good. So I really wish this game is still keeping promising to playing online, and see some other features in the future if this game is still promising in the develop. But please do not really abandon the game. I really wish those people will listen to me. This is why I really make this video in 2026, because it's been at least 1 year, 2 years that you say absolutely nothing. Only just a Steam card with the badges. Hey, the Kevin MST editor here, or Kevin Nova MST editor, if you really want to call, whatever you want, it's okay. I really want telling you that there was an update from the developer team, the Drift Stage developer team, appears to be posting in 13th of March, and I was really shocked the fact that they really got really respond this year, because in exactly that day when they post, I was actually in the hospital to making a surgery. I'm not gonna explain to you in the video what exactly I have or what's my health issues I was have. I'm gonna making a list of a community posting on my YouTube channel to saying what exactly I was have. But let's focusing on the people. The people said that we've been really having a rough years, because of like, you know, the some of people got health issues, some of the people have developer issues, music issues, and the engine has been changed at all. Like they're changing the engine of this game, and I do kind of understand from them. And be honest, to be in this video a bit like, you know, a bit not being like hateful, because most of the video what I feel like to making this video, it was kind of feel hateful. It's just like I feel a little bit kind of apologize the fact that I didn't kind of know what exactly happened to them. I feel even apologize the fact that I actually found this game and I didn't keeping the game just to be supporting of them, but I might be gonna buying back, so that's not really a big worries about it. But I do understand what the problem with those guys have, and I really recommend you to, I will gonna leave you a link into the description to usually read it what exactly happened. And from the people who really love this game, or people who really don't know that this game is existing or it appears to be, please really supporting them as much as you can, even if they gonna listen to me that they might be gonna making a Patreon or might be gonna making a coffee account. That could be really great, because we really need to support the people. I really want this game to usually finish and making this in the early access into a full. And I hope this video is not kind of hateful. It's just like I really want to remember the people that this game actually exists, and it's not needs to be really forgettable, even they releasing on Steam in the early access. So it could be very great for the people to understand that I make this video for an attention and from supporting from the team. So that's all about it. I'm still apologize for this, but I hope this video, even though I working couple of days and waste my time from health and care, because right now I'm at home and I have like vacation medicine or health vacation thing, I really think that it was worth it to make the video. If people really hated the developer, the team hated about this video, I'm maybe gonna just delete it and that's it. But I hope it's not gonna be a big drama, because I make this video kind of hateful. I'm just really make this game to be a little bit very questionable. The fact that the demo, it looks really great than the early access version, which I kind of understand, maybe because the engine change, and that's why. But yeah, that's all about it. I hope this video it's helpful for you, and yeah, I really kind of giving a big support from this stage. So the Drift Stage team, please don't abandon the game. I'm reading your update, I do understand, and I will support you.